everyone, and welcome back to Where Did I Put My Glasses? I am your host, Carmen, and I am back with the first episode of 2022. And let me tell you, I have my Casamigos with my white cranberry peach. And I am so excited to be back with you guys. Now, I know I've been gone for a long time, but I have some reasons, and not excuses, reasons, and I hope you forgive me. I had my exams for my PhD in order to move from a PhD student to PhD candidate. And for those of you who listen in, you know, and whoever tunes into the Tequila Tuesdays knows that I am currently a PhD student getting my doctorate in integrated health sciences. So right now I'm a student because I'm still in the didactic phase. And for those of you who do not know what that means I'm in the phase where I'm taking my classes. And these exams let my university know that I am a qualified in my area and I am ready to move forward to the research phase. And that's when I become a PhD candidate. And let me tell you, this journey has been a long one. I mean, nights, and I was still recording, doing episodes, doing Tequila Tuesday, and studying for 2 and 3 hours a night. It was to the point where I was completely burnt out. And as a speech language pathologist, a podcaster, having my own business, studying, doing coursework, networking with people, being supportive to other people in their journeys, it has been a toll on me. But I am happy to say that I did pass my qualifying exams that allowed me to move on to my concentration exam. And I was able to finish one essay prompt and did not finish the second one. Full transparency, I did not finish the second one in time. So now I have to take the second essay prompt on January 22nd. So keep your fingers crossed, guys. I did well on the first essay prompt. I am confident and know I will do well on the second one. So that's not an issue for me, but I still have to prepare. And also, I was out of the country. I went to Spain, guys. And that was amazing. I don't know if you have... Sorry, I had to take a sip of that. That's so good. If you haven't listened to the episode with Love from Spain, I had a wonderful, fun, and informative episode with my friend Jennifer, who lives in Murcia, which is near Alicante, and she is the cousin of my best friend Masi, who I've mentioned numerous times on the podcast and on Tequila Tuesdays, who was murdered back in April by her husband in a murder-suicide. And her cousin Jennifer was one person that she adored and she loved. And I got to know Jennifer over the years, and she has been nothing but an amazing person. And she was like, you know what? I was supposed to go to Spain in October with Masi for Masi's birthday. And since she wasn't here, Jen was like, no, you still come out. Let's do this for her. Let's spend time with each other. Let's enjoy each other. Let's do this for her. So I did. I got, for those of you who do not know, Masi and I love Sailor Moon. And she was Sailor Venus and I was Sailor Moon. And so and if you guys don't know anything about Sailor Moon, I'm hoping you do. Sailor Moon was a Cancer and Sailor Venus was a Libra. And so she was the Libra to my Cancer, and I got that tattoo done right before I left, and it is beautiful. So she can be on that journey with me, and I had her picture with me. So she went all throughout the area of Spain that I was in with Jen and I. But that experience, guys, was amazing. Europe is beautiful. The people were kind. I went to a Coliseum. Now, let me tell you, there was some funny moments. Now, with the Coliseum, I was there and it was so beautiful to walk through it and looking like, oh my God. But then I realized, and maybe because I do drink a lot, so it may have been in my drunkenness, I realized, people used to really line up, stand on line, go into this Coliseum, sit down and watch people walk through this tunnel and kill each other and like fight to their death, fight tigers and whatever, and cheer. Yo, that's crazy. I mean, I know we watch boxing and UFC, but to literally go in and cheer and watch people fight to their deaths is crazy to me. Like, I thought it was so beautiful because it is beautiful. The infrastructure there is beautiful. And the fact that it still stands in after all of these years is just amazing. And I can't wait to go to Egypt so I can see the pyramids. And I love to see things that have been here that have meaning and has been here for so long. It's like, how do we have these cheap ass, whack ass, corny ass buildings that fall down at the just too much wind or a hurricane, but these buildings are standing strong and they've been here for thousands of years. So I love to see that. But the fact that people literally cheered on people's deaths in these buildings was crazy to me. We went to some castles, and it was amazing to see the Iberian history, and then even the Islamic history when the Moors invaded Spain and all the different areas, and seeing the different monarchs and how it's progressed from Iberia to a Spanish Empire. And it was just amazing. The food was amazing. They love ham. Jamon is on everything. Everywhere we went, there was jamon. And there was barilla or de pan with ham and tomatoes and all this stuff. It was amazing. The food was amazing. The wine was amazing. I will say there was a winery. I think it was the Reyes Winery. It was amazing. But there was this woman. Can I tell you, we were exhausted. We got the fuck out of there and went to our, we had a reservation at this nice restaurant that we went and we ate. But this woman talked so much that we couldn't even enjoy the wine tasting. I don't understand why she decided to talk that much, but she made that a very hard experience. But I will say this, the wine was cheap as fuck. I was online and I was like, okay, let me get 2 whites for my friends and a rose for me. And I'm sitting there ready to pay. I'm like, all right, this is going to be a good $100. Because here in California, baby, let me tell you, the wine is expensive. So I'm like, all right, this is going to be a good $100. I get this. She was like 20 euros. And that means it was only going to be like, it was like $23 US. I couldn't believe that shit. I wanted to buy all the wine. I wanted to get as much wine as possible. 23 US dollars, literally, for 3 bottles of wine. I couldn't believe it. I felt like I was being punked. And another part of Spain that I absolutely loved to hear about, it was funny. It wasn't actually love to hear about, but I put it up on my story and everybody was cracking up. They're like, oh my God. So they have a Holy Week. And they walk around in their capes, and I wish my friend Jen was here, and I'll have her on during this stage and have her tell the story. But when she first saw this, she left. She didn't even want to be outside because she thought, she's like, look, I'm a brown person. I'm fucking Dominican. I don't feel like being killed. Like, nah, hell no. So they walk around and what looks or it appears to be, because we live in the United States, KKK attire, but it's actually from Holy Week. It is actually the KKK took that idea and made it their own, but actually it is from Holy Week, and the religious people do a parade and they walk around, and Jen says she put her car and effing flew the fuck out of there because she didn't want no parts when she first moved there. But now, you know, but when you're out and you're walking around, when we was coming from the cathedral, one of the places had something for Holy Week. I don't remember what it was. And then they said, not KKK. And we thought that was the funniest shit. It's like, yes, they have to clarify because in the U.S., the racist has made it a staple of hate. So it was interesting just to learn the culture and meet so many different people and try so many different things, and it was amazing and actually like therapeutic because I was going, and in Europe they have a siesta time where you sit and you relax during lunch and you do nothing. You don't shop, you don't work, you just relax, you have your coffee or a glass of wine and you sit with your family members. And my friend and her family was just nothing but accommodating. We just sat and we talked, and it taught me to take a step back and to look at life, because sometimes as soon as we hit the ground, we're just running full throttle, and we're not looking at everything around us. We're not smelling the flowers that we get from the men that adore us, or we're not we're just showing them and putting them up on social media. That was great, to take a step back from social media. Like, literally just enjoy the moment. Yes, I put things up, but when I put the things up, it was when I was already sitting and relaxing. I was actually in the moment. I would take little pictures here, videos, but I didn't just sit on social media. I just enjoyed everything: the food, the smells, the environment, the music, the excursions, the different places. I really just took a step back, and now that I'm back, it has transferred over to my daily life, and I like that. Like, I like that change. Sometimes we're moving too fast, and I know I was burnt out. And after this trip, I can say that I'm my best self. Like, it's a new year. It's the same me. However, I am less stressed. I'm more productive at work. Even though everyone knows how I feel about my job, but I'm more productive, and I am not as burnt out at work, and I'm able to come home, read the articles that I need to read, do what I need to do, and feel like, okay, I can get back into this podcasting, because I love being here with you guys. I love talking, and I love doing this and meeting people along the way, reaching out to me because they listen to the podcast and things like that. So it allowed me to, it was therapeutic. It allowed me to just come back and do what I love. So I'm happy to be back. Now, if you haven't noticed, this episode will be a solo one, guys. Well, it's just me and my Casamigos, but it is a solo one. Wait, hold on, I gotta take a sip. I'm telling you, if George Clooney don't give me a damn sponsor as much as I drink his damn Casamigos, somebody reach out to him. But as I was saying, if you haven't noticed, this episode will be a solo one. And for this new season or new stage, I won't really say a season, right? This new stage, I want to have more of me. I enjoy my discussions with my friends, but the reason why I started this was to share more of my experiences and my stories. And I did involve the people who have been in my life and have shared these experiences, but then it geared more towards talking about them and learn about them. And I love learning about people, talking to people and hearing about their stories. But I wanted to give you guys a little bit of me. I mean, the same me, but just a little bit more of me. Not the one who's just interviewing and asking questions. Just giving you more than me. And again, there will be some of my friends with their crazy stories and their experiences and their information and learning more about them. But this stage will be the stage of getting to know a little more about me. And how did I get to where did I put my glasses? And the reason why I started literally was the people I know. Like people that I know that I'm hang out with, or people that I've met in passing, or my closest friends, they always say, Carmen, yo, remember when this happened? Or remember when that happened? That was crazy. Like, you need to write a freaking story. Like, and it's crazy because I've been through so many things, and to not write it down and to just think, like, where did I put my glasses is literally like, for like, how the fuck did I get here? Like, how did I get here? You know? And it's literally a metaphor for that, because I've been through so many experiences that make you think, like, stop and think, like, how did I get here? Like, for one of the craziest ones, and I could feel like it was transformative. I actually talked about this on a Tequila Tuesday with one of the ladies I adore from 20's Hour Pod and Wind Down Wednesday, Zach. She was on Tequila Tuesday with Cynthia and I. And I talked to her and Cynthia about a time in my life. Well, I'm from New York, as y'all all know. But I moved to Florida because I was tired. I was tired of being in New York. And not that I don't love New York, I do, but it can be crazy. The people can be crazy. It was just too much, and I wanted something different. I lived there my whole life. And yes, I do travel, but no, I wanted something different. Sorry, I had to take a sip. I wanted something different, so I moved to Florida. And I started out in West Palm Beach. And I love Florida, so it's the perfect place to move to, right? Now, when I got there, I have a friend of mine. I'm not going to say his name, but people who are close to me know who he is. He's crazy. He's like my gay husband. Well, he was like my gay husband. Now he's just more like a little brother. And we talk here and there, but we're not close as we used to. Still love him to death, but he's his own person. And trust me, I will get into some stories with him. He can be a handful. Now, he loves drama. He loves to stir the pot. He loves to put batteries in bags, and he loves to just be messy all around. That's just how he operates, and that's just the way some people are. Now, he stirred up some crazy shit because he found a way to move into my house because he loved to get kicked out or wherever he was living and move in with me. And I'm not going to let anyone live on the street, especially if I love you, so he would always end up with me. And he met some guy that he was smoking with and was like, oh, my sister's single and da-da-da. And I guess kind of told the man that I was going to like him. Okay. Now, I come home from a date and this guy's thinking I'm supposed to, I'm sitting there like, oh, okay, yeah, y'all have a good time or whatever. I go in my house. So my friend, I'm not going to say his name, comes down. He's like, yo, sis, you want a drink? He got some Hennessy. I'm like, well, did you see him open it? He's like, yeah, no, we literally just got that. So brings me the Hennessy, whatever. I'm in the house. I guess this dude on some real Joe shit created in his head that him and I were supposed to literally like be together. So he started fucking stalking me. It was to the point where he was walking in my house. Like walking in, and sometimes my door would be open and I didn't think that I would have to lock. Well, yes, you should lock your doors, guys, but I wasn't going through that before he came in. He was walking in my house in the middle of the night, standing there in the hallway, coming in while we were watching TV. My friend Rafa, he'll be over there, and Rafa, he could hold himself, but he the girls, and trying to fight this man off. I'm like, just calm down. Let's just leave this man alone. He would like roll up in my house while we're watching TV and be like, oh, I've been calling you. My friend gave him my phone number. He will call me, block all the numbers. He like, oh, you see me calling you, I want to be with you, and just craziness, just pure craziness. So with all of that, I ended up getting a gun from the gun show because he was being crazy. I ended up having to move because I could not deal, and the cops tried, and he was arrested. I had a restraining order. It was just a lot of drama. So I ended up moving to Wellington because it would be a little safer. Now, the person I was with at the time was supposed to be doing what he was supposed to do so I can take care of everything I needed to in Wellington. Florida does not pay. They pay people pennies. They pay you pennies, especially if you're in the field like speech pathology like me. Now, if you're in finance and you're in other fields, real estate, whatever, you're doing fine. But if you're just in the medical field, you're doing fine. But if you're a speech pathologist, you have to work 100 jobs in order to live in Florida, honestly. So at that time, I was with somebody who decided okay, I'm good, I can live here, and bailed. And then my job lost its contract, and I was doing pretty okay. But losing the contract, I was living off my savings, doing what I need to do, and then boom, I ended up struggling heavy, not being able to pay my bills, and that's not like me. And anybody who knows me, I'm pretty responsible when it comes to taking care of myself and saving. And it was to the point where I couldn't pay my bills. I couldn't even eat. That shit was just messy, and that's a time in my life I don't ever want to go back to, and don't plan on ever being back in. And I was at my lowest, and I was telling people at Tequila Tuesday that, I even contemplated suicide. Wow, I could, be done now. I'm tired. I don't know what to do. I'm stressed. I can't find a position. I'm not a medical speech pathologist, so I only do home health. It's hard to find anything, right? Like I couldn't find anything. And then I met this woman. She found my resume. And when I tell you I was at my lowest, I started meditating, getting back to, because I used to meditate when I was young and be very spiritual, so I got back to meditating and just trying to get myself back in a good space. And this woman reached out to me. She found my resume. I think it was on an Indeed or one of those platforms. And she reached out to me. We had an interview at Starbucks. Now, I'm starving. I haven't eaten in days. She had breakfast for me and everything. It was like the universe was literally sending this woman to me. And she told me she needed a speech pathologist. And she not only needed a speech pathologist, but she needed a speech pathologist to be in charge of the other speech pathologists and hire them and do that stuff. And she was willing to pay me every day. And it was like, who is this woman? Like, how did you come about? Because not a lot of people do that, but she was paying me every day. And I didn't even tell her what was going on. She asked me to meditate, and she did yoga, and she got me into yoga. And she integrated yoga into her therapy. She's a physical therapist, and yoga was a big part of her practice. So she got me into yoga, and I've been in love with yoga, and I've been practicing my meditation and yoga ever since because of her. But she really got me back in my feet in good spirits, and just everything aligned perfectly. The money that I needed came from one of my cousins, and she came out of nowhere, and I was able to pay everything I needed to pay, and then I was able to pay her back not even within a month, and everything just went the way it needed to, and to the point where I'm in my life where money or being hungry or saving or a job or anything is just a fragment. Like I would not say never, but I'm in a place in my life where those things just don't happen. And I'm just grateful and I'm happy. And it's like, where the fuck did I put my glasses? Like, how did that happen? How did I get there? And how did I get here? And it was stories like that and situations like that. Not even stories, but like people who didn't know me at that time. And I used to help everyone, guys. When I say everyone could come to me like they need this, they need that, I couldn't. Let me tell you, there was not one person I could get help from. And I remember stuff like that. And I'm not vindictive. I just remember things. And it's just my Cancer nature. So I remember all of the people who, whenever I had anything, and I try to still be kind and, I'm benevolent for the most part, but I try to be mindful of how I am with people because I know that I cannot rely on you. Like if something, most of my friends I know, like I can't rely on you. Like if anything ever happened, I can't go to you. And I try to be mindful of that when I am giving, knowing that, okay, it's okay to give and you shouldn't give with the expectation that you're going to get something back, but also be mindful because these people wouldn't do it for you. And doesn't mean that they're not your friend. It's just everybody has their own ways of doing things, and that's okay. But with things and situations like that, the people I know, they're like, Carmen, like you need to share these stories. And of course that situation has way more into it. I gave you guys the Cliff Notes version, literally the Cliff Notes version. But it was things like that made people feel like, all right, you either need to write a book or you need to start a podcast. And that's what made me start Where Did I Put My Glasses? Because I wanted people to hear my stories, to hear my plight, see what I've been through, and see where I am now and how happy I am and how I never thought in a million years I would be truly this happy and confident and bold and just want to inspire other people and have people tell me, like, you inspired me. Like, me? I inspire you to do what? Like, and it feels good. And that's why I started this podcast, to share those crazy experiences and to see how I came about. And I feel like I strayed away with that a little bit and became more the interviewer. I want to be more not the interviewee because it's just me, but share a little bit more of me. So these episodes will not be as long as the other ones because I'm not interviewing. Of course, when I have my special guests, they will be long. They will be longer because I will have someone and it'll be more engaging, and I can, we'll feed off each other and have that back and forth, that banter. So those episodes will be a little longer. But the ones when it's just me, it would just be me coming to you, sharing an experience, sharing a thought, sharing some information, and giving you a little more of me. So this year's a new year. Same me, a little more me, but these great and wonderful stories that I can't wait to share with you guys. Also, Tequila Tuesdays for a little while will be put on the back burner. It is hard to balance when I have so many projects going on. Once everything slows down and life frees up, I will be back, especially with my Casamigos, talking my shit, being crazy, being silly, sharing my experiences in this crazy dating world. All of that will be there. So I was just back just to let you guys know where I'm coming from, where I've been, letting you know that I'm back, letting you know that things will be just a little bit different. And if you have things that you want me to talk about, you can leave it. I definitely interact with people on my Instagram DMs. If you send me a message, I interact with you. And you can also go to my website. My website will let you know. You can sign up to be on the email list, and if you have suggestions, let me know. I'm all for it. If there's things you want to hear about, hit me up. I got you. Please make sure that you share Where Did I Put My Glasses with your family and friends. Click follow or subscribe on your preferred podcasting platforms to stay updated on me and the latest episodes, like I just said. And give me 5 stars, guys. You know you want to. Also go to wheredidiputmyglasses.com for more information on me, the latest episodes, and again, like I said, to make suggestions for future shows and to sign up to be on our email list. To interact with me directly, like I told you, you can go to Instagram or Facebook at Where Did I Put My Glasses for your thoughts, questions, or comments on today's episode. Thank you for coming back and listening to this short little episode explaining about the hiatus and explaining about where we're going moving forward. And I look forward to sharing more of these experiences to you. Well, with you. Do you have dry and dull skin? Well, we have the solution for you. With Indira Skincare's facial oils, you can strengthen your skin's barrier to trap moisture and hydrate your skin to reveal a beautiful and natural glow. And when I say glow, honey, I mean glow. Also, there's the vibrating pink jade face roller that is used to stimulate facial oil absorption while reducing fine lines and wrinkles, with an extension to depuff and reduce dark circles under your eyes. Indira Skincare is not only here to reveal your natural glow, we are here to help our community. As you know, I lost my best friend Maciel due to domestic violence back in April, which inspired me to help women in similar situations through a nonprofit organization, Her Justice. Her Justice stands with women living in poverty in New York City by recruiting and mentoring volunteer lawyers to provide free legal help to address issues such as individual and systemic legal barriers. Unlike Maciel, their clients, about 80% of them, whom are survivors of intimate partner violence, have urgent legal needs in the areas of family, matrimonial, and immigration law. By engaging in advocacy, partnering with community-based organizations, and leveraging the pro bono power, Her Justice is working to close that gap to access to justice, particularly for survivors of intimate partner violence and gender-based violence. Now, Maciel loved the Rose formula and used it daily on her face and her body, okay? Proceeds from the purchase of the Rose formula will go to Her Justice to help fight injustices placed against women. With every purchase of the Rose Formula, you will be supporting women who are struggling in so many ways. This is my way from Masi to give back in spirit. So I want you to go to indiraskincare.com to make your purchase today. And you also can find out more information about how you can support Her Justice.